Today we're going to find the surface area of rectangular prisms. So right here I have a whole bunch of tissue boxes. These are rectangular prisms. Okay, it's just a big shape made up of a whole bunch of rectangles. The hardest part about this is what's the base. And to be honest, it really doesn't matter unless they tell you. So I usually will pick the base that they're sitting on. So do y'all see this? If it's sitting like this, then I would say that that's the base. If it's sitting like that, I would say that's the base. Any of them can technically be the base because they're all rectangles. Okay? So let's look at our star chart. Everybody go to your star chart. Find surface area and find prism. Did everybody find it? How many formulas are there? Just like yesterday, there's lateral and total. Remember, lateral is the sides, total is the whole thing. So the sides would be like if I wanted to paint this and not paint the top and the base. Total would be if I'm wrapping it as a Christmas present, the whole thing. Making sense? Look at the formulas. Lateral is capital P times H. Total is capital P times H plus 2 times capital B. Are we all good? What do they have in common? The first part, capital P times H. That's the sides, and then the plus 2B is the area of the two bases. So you're adding those in. All right. So lateral is P times H, and total is P times H plus 2 times B. What you need to know is what does P, H, and B mean. So right over here, I want you to put capital P. And we learned this the other day. What does capital P mean? Perimeter of what? Of the base. Very good. Perimeter of the base. How do you find the perimeter of the base? Add all sides. So in parentheses, I want you to put add all sides. It is very important that the P is a capital P, because anytime it's capitalized, it refers to the base. All right, then we're going to need a little h. The h is the height of the prism. To find this number, it's the number that is not part of the base. So put in parentheses, the number that's not part of the base. It's super easy to find it once you know what the base is. All right, and the last piece of the formula, what's the last piece we need? We have a P and H. What else do we need? A big B. Who remembers what big B means? It doesn't just mean base. Area of the base. And in a rectangular prism, what kind of shape of base do we have? A rectangle. So we're going to do length times width. Once you find those three pieces, then you plug them into either one of these formula, whether or not they're asking for lateral or total. All right, so on number 1, what does it ask us to find? Find the lateral surface area. So our lateral formula is P times H. Where did I get that from? Right there. So the first thing I'm going to do is figure out where is the base. Okay, we're going to pick it the one it's sitting on. Do y'all see the base down here that it's sitting on? So shade it in or highlight it, whatever you want to do. Once you find your base, The number that is not part of it is the height. So look at these three numbers. Which of these numbers is not part of the base? That is your height. Once you write it down, mark it off. I don't have everybody following along. I'm going to say it again. The first thing you're going to do is identify your base. Then you're going to say which number is not part of that, and you all said 5. That's your height. Write it down, mark it off. You will never use it again. Are we okay? Now we're going to find P. What does P stand for? Perimeter of the base. How do we do that? How many sides does this base have? So 6 plus 6 plus 4 plus 4. And I want you to write that right over here so you know how you did it. 6 plus 6 plus 4 plus 4, which is 20. And now we're pretty much done. The last thing we're going to do is follow the recipe. Follow the directions. What are the directions for lateral surface area want us to do with the P and the H? Multiply them. So we're going to do P times H. So 20 times 5. And that's it. 20 times 5 is? 20 times 5 is? 100. And that is my lateral surface area of this rectangle. All you had to do was find the perimeter of the base and the height, and that was it. All right, next one. What does this one want us to find? The total. So write the formula down right here. Capital PH plus 2 capital B. Again, where did I get those formulas from? Right up here. It says total, and that's the formula that I follow. All right, identify the base by shading it in. The number that is not part of the base is your height. So which one of these numbers is not part of the base? You're going to write that down for your height. You're going to mark it off because it has nothing to do with. Now we're going to find the perimeter of the base. How do you find perimeter of the base? Add all the sides. So what am I going to add? 6 plus 6 plus 4 plus 4. We already did that, which was what? 20. Now we're going to find big B, the area of the base. Well, the base is a rectangle, so I'm going to do length times width. So 6 times 4. What is 6 times 4? 24. And I am pretty much done. I've done all the work that I need to do. The calculator is going to do the rest. What does the recipe, the formula, ask us to do with these numbers? P times H plus 2 times B. So I'm going to do 20 times, what's the H? 5. What's next? Plus 2 times, what's the B? 24. All right, all you got to do is type that in. You can do it all at once. 20 times 5 plus 2 times 24, which is 148. And that is as hard as it gets. That is how you find total surface area. Flip to the back. We're going to do 2 more examples. These ones I want you to kind of do on your own, but I will get you started. Look at example 3. Everybody should be on the back. What is example 3 asking you to find? The lateral surface area. So you need P times H, and that's it. I want you guys right now to identify the base and shade it in. Find the base. Good, I see a lot of good. Right here, here's your base. You shaded it in. The next thing you're going to do is find the number that has nothing to do with the base. So which one of these numbers is not part of the base? You're going to put that as your height, and you're going to mark it out because you'll never use it again. Now I want you to find the perimeter of that base. How do you find perimeter? Add all the sides of the base. Quickly, do it. All right, what is the perimeter of the base? 32. Now that I have my P and my H, my formula says to take P and multiply it by H. P times H, so 32 times 8, and that will give you your answer. How did we do? The last one, I want you to do the whole thing on your own without me guiding you. I want you to remember all the steps I taught you. What did it ask for? That means you're going to do P times H plus 2 times B. First, identify the base by shading it in. Second, write the height down and mark it out. Then find the perimeter of the base and the area of the base. Go. And then we'll go over it. Okay, the first thing you should have done was shaded the base to know where it is. The next thing you do is find the number that's not part of the base. Which one was it? Write it down as the H and mark it out. If you don't mark it out, you will accidentally use it and you should use it again. All right, P, perimeter of the base. What did you add? 12 plus 12 plus 4 plus 4, which was 32. For the big B, area of the base, you should have done length times width, which is 12 times 4. What is 12 times 4? 48. If you can get these three pieces, now all you do is follow the formula, the recipe. P times H plus 2 times B. You have all these pieces. So instead of writing P, what do I write? 32 times, instead of writing H, what do I write? Plus 2 times, instead of writing B, what do I write? 48. And then I just plug that into my calculator. And there's my answer, 352. Okay, go to the Google Classroom. I have an answer document, and on the answer document I actually have the shapes for you. And you will find total surface area on every single one. So this formula, P times H plus 2 times B.